Hi everyone, it's Brian Waters here from the QTube. I just thought it might be quite interesting today to do something very different, which is to share with you as I create a YouTube opener for one of the QTube members, a composer and prolific YouTuber called Martin Heidenreich. So I'm going to take you through how I actually created that. I'm actually going to create it now, and I'm going to show you the result, of course. And I'm using a program called DaVinci Resolve. I'm not an expert by any means on DaVinci Resolve, although I'm learning all the time. So probably some of you will see that maybe I'm not doing things in the most efficient way. Any tips, knowledge that you have that you want to share with me on that, I'd be very grateful. So let's start. So I created a preview of the opener for Martin just to look at and get his feedback, and also to enable him to create a piece of music for it. Okay, so we've got kind of a rough sketch, and now I've got a piece of music from Martin that he would like to use for the opener. So I'm going to go into DaVinci Resolve, and the first thing I'm going to do, so I've got all of Martin's stuff here in a folder, and I'm going to drag them into my media folder. So if we go into here, if we go into the master section, I guess, as I say, I'm not really an expert on DaVinci Resolve, but I can just about get it to do what I need to do. Okay, so there are various things. So there's a template here that I've downloaded from one of the resources that I use. And it's a question of sort of filling in the placeholders with the stuff that's specific to Martin. So the first thing I'll do is I'll put the music in. So if we go into the music here, you can see this is the kind of default demo track, fairly generic. We can actually delete that, and then we can grab Martin's one, which I've put up here. Martin theme. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Then we can and there's Martin's lovely music. Okay, now if we go into another section, for example text, we have various sort of titles that pop up during the course of the opener, and I've scribbled down on a scrap of paper here what we want each of them to be. So we go into edit, click on the text. The first one is going to be library, that's correct, library reviews, so that one's already done. I'll just check through these then, seems like they're already done. I thought I'd started from scratch here. Composer collaborations, yeah, that's correct. Martin does some great composer collaborations on his website, on his YouTube, and incidentally he's got a great one going on now for sort of the holiday season for Christmas and New Year. So I'd really encourage you to go over and check that out and get involved. You know, it's a great piece of fun. It's a great way to collaborate with some other composers and be part of a great project. So yeah, that's a good one. What else have we got? Composition tips and tricks. That's right, that's another thing that Martin does on his site. Lots of different tips and tricks about using Logic and scoring to video. Text number 4, cue walkthroughs. So he basically creates all sorts of demo tracks, and then he creates videos explaining how he's created them, talking about the libraries that he's used and so on. Text number 5, demo tracks. So those are some of those demo cues that Martin creates, for which we've also created some videos in the past and probably will in the future. Slide number 6, insight interviews. Yeah, that's right. And then number 7 should be practical demonstrations. All right, excellent. So those are all good. Those are all in place. If we go to images now, I know that I'm going to need to edit those. So this is where it gets a bit tricky because I'm not working. Here we are. Right. If we go into image 1, we just get rid of that. And the first image that we want There's one that Martin's sent through, which is that one there. Okay, so that's slide number 1. And then image number 2. Get rid of that placeholder and put in there a picture of Martin at his computer. I like this one. Sitting outdoors in the beautiful Italian sunshine. Okay, so that's slide number 2. Go over here to slide number 3, get rid of the placeholder. Here we want, we've discussed all of this obviously, and Martin would like to use, we have this picture of Martin enjoying a beer, or about to enjoy a beer on one of his videos where he was announcing, I think, a collaboration. And then the next one is number 4. Get rid of the placeholder, and we want a picture of Martin I know, I was going to suggest a different one. I haven't actually run past him yet. Martin's sitting at his DAW, his workstation, talking about one of the scores that he created with one of our clips. Number 5. Demo tracks. So I'm going to use an image from one of the videos that we created together. The pirate one, which I think a lot of you enjoyed. If not, check it out. It's in our library, free to download and create your own music for. Number 6 is about interviews. So I'm going to use an image from the first Prima tavola rotonda in Italiano dal vivo. The first Italian round table that we did on the QTube's YouTube channel, which was hosted very kindly by Martin, a speaker of many languages, and we'll do more of those hopefully, and perhaps look at doing some in German and French. There have been various discussions. And then the last one, which is the demonstrations, is a picture with a violin, which is that one there. Okay, so those are the images that will flash up, as it were. Now if we go here, we can see the final thing. So we've got 7. So number 8 probably is going to be the final image. So let's go there and do that one. Number 8. Get rid of the placeholder and put in there this really nice image which Martin uses as the header on his YouTube channel. Brilliant. Okay, and then number 9 we're not actually going to use. I'll bring that forward. And we're going to put some text on there. Which is fade on, yeah. That's it. Which is going to say Oh, we need to get rid of text 8 actually. Text 8. We can just make it blank. And if we go back into here, I want to put Martin's name here. That's probably okay. Yeah, works for me. All right. Okay. Now, this is one of the things that I struggle with DaVinci at the moment, which is rendering. Taking forever. So this should be rendering, this should be showing me my changes, but it's not. So one of the tricks I can do is to put this into quarter resolution. There we go. So if we go to, yeah, probably going to need to go to text 8 and put something there. Otherwise it's, in fact we can do that, yeah. We can just do or can we? No, because it's got some fusion stuff. It's gonna move it around. So let's just leave it blank, but keep that text in there. And then you see, this is where I don't really. I'm just wondering why there's no image there. So there are images on the others, and I've got image 8. I mean, I can just cheat. In fact, what I can do is I can take that out. I mean, I'm not really cheating. I'm just using what I know. So I'm going to take that lovely image, Martin's lovely image, and I'm going to, yeah, so I enlarge that so it fills the screen. Just bring it up a bit. Yeah. Now, there's a few things that struck me as I was watching that. So the contrast sometimes is not brilliant, yeah? Like it's a bit hard to read the text. So I think one of the things that we can do is we can go into colour. And we can just this is where you see I'm not brilliant at the moment on DaVinci Resolve. image 1, and we just, I mean, one of the ways I can cheat and darken it is just to bring down the opacity. And then if I go, this is probably definitely not the right way to do it. It just increases that, makes the text pop a little bit more, yeah? So I do the same with that one. Image 2. Take the opacity down a bit. Not too much. Alright, image 3. Do the same. Image 4. The problem is, you know, principally that these images are already quite busy with a lot of colors and stuff, so to make the text, the titles, stand out is difficult. So this is just a little cheat really to kind of help with that. Let's see what Martin thinks. Okay, let's have a look at the final. I think it's looking a bit better. What we can do is we can look at it full screen. That's pretty nice. I mean, it's jerky because it's still sort of rendering. I don't really know how it works properly, but it kind of renders a bit as it goes. One thing I noticed was that those tips and tricks. So that's 1, 2, 3. Needs to be white. Just change that to white. Okay, great. Walkthroughs, demo tracks. I wonder whether I have to change that to demonstration tracks. Insight interviews, practical demonstrations. Herr Heidenreich. I just wonder, yeah, I think I might change that to demonstration tracks. That's number 5. Just sounds a bit nicer, doesn't it? Oi. Sorry, bit of Russian there. Okay, that's it really. So that's basically done. So what I can do then, yeah, that's it. So with a bit of luck, that'll render and it's job done. Okay, I'll just Martin intro. Okay, I'll save it as an MP4, high res. Well, reasonably high res. What's high res these days? 4K? No chance. I need a beast of a machine. Alright, so let's try rendering. See what comes out. It takes a while, as you can see. 3 minutes for a quite short, not particularly complex video. But in the sort of template that I've used, there's a lot of what they call fusion, which is basically dynamic actions, manipulations of images and text, which is what really takes horsepower. I've just upgraded my RAM in my PC from a feeble 16 to 32 today, literally. So this wasn't even doable before. I was hoping it was going to be flying along with 32, but that was optimistic, obviously. I need to go to 64, I guess. But yeah, that's basically the process. You know, it's not massively complicated, and I'm sure there are more efficient ways of using DaVinci Resolve than the ones that I'm currently aware of. I need to put myself on a little bit of a learning curve. I have a little speed editor, which is a dedicated kind of controller that I should learn how to use, because that'll probably speed things up a bit. But these are the types of things that we can do now at the QTube. We can create openers for people's YouTube channels, for their showreels, and indeed we can create a showreel from scratch for you. So if you have some tracks that you would like to have on a showreel, but you don't really have video for them, or perhaps you just have them as separate videos and you want to put them together into a nice showreel, then that's something that we can do. And if you're interested in that, get in touch. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like the result, which I'll hopefully share at the end of this video. And yeah, head over to Martin's channel and take a look and take part in the collaboration. I know he'd be absolutely thrilled if more of you took part in that. Stay tuned at the QTube. We've got something pretty epic around the corner for the holidays. You won't be disappointed, I can promise you. I'm absolutely buzzing with how it's coming together, but I'm not saying any more right now. So take care, everyone. Thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.